Poaching is the illegal hunting, killing, or capturing of animals. My first question is, what made you want to become a wildlife biologist? Is this something that you've always wanted to do, or?
Well, I grew up on a farm, so I've always been outdoors. Grew up hunting and fishing and canoeing, camping, and all that sort of stuff. So I love outdoors, I love nature, and I actually started my college career undecided. And I know it sounds funny, but the show Crocodile Hunter was popular when I was in college. And so that's kind of how I kind of decided to take this route. So basically, I knew I wanted to do something outdoors,
right,
and something that would help with wildlife. So that's kind of how I got started.
What's the required education to attain a degree in this occupation?
Okay, so for the game warden position, it's basically a high school degree, and then you have to have required experience. So some of that experience can be dealing with wildlife or a wildlife degree, or some of that experience can be actual farm work. For the wildlife biologist side of it, on paper they only require a bachelor's degree, but for most entry-level biologist position, you have to have a year of professional experience, and it's really hard to get that without a master's degree, which counts for that year of professional experience.
What, in your opinion, are some of the reasons why people poach?
That's a tough one. It's almost like asking, why do people steal? And the only thing that I can boil it down to is it's a moral issue. It's just a total lack of respect for someone else's property. People are lazy. Some people just don't want to spend the money for a license, and they don't have where to hunt. But it basically, in my opinion, it boils down to just a moral issue. It's just a lack of respect for the other person's property.
As you can see in the graph above, the number of rhinos being poached has increased dramatically over the past several years. Clifford Bestall, an African documentary producer, said 300 rhinos were killed in 2011 for their horns and will almost double by 2012. Get? Is there another biologist around to help you, or?
For the most part, we are basically on our own in our 5-county. I have a 5-county area, and it just depends on the size of the county. Some biologists have 8 counties because they have smaller counties. But for the most part, we're really on our own dealing with private landowners and trying to get habitat projects done. If we have a big project, like the project area that we did in Butler County, if we have an area like that, then sometimes we will recruit other biologists to come help us, but for the most part, we kind of fly solo.
A local game warden here in Owensboro says a lot of times game wardens get relocated or moved to another job. They try to have at least one game warden in each county, but obviously that's tremendously understaffed. Game wardens and biologists are typically not the ones who cover drug bust, but they do get called in for the missing bodies found in rivers. Do the biologists and the game wardens, do they ever get to work with drug busts or anything, since it's on land or in the woods?
Actually, that's a good question. The biologists don't so much, unless maybe they run across, and actually this has happened before in the past, on some of our public grounds or wildlife management areas. Some of the managers there have actually came across, people trying to cook meth or something like that out in the middle of a WMA. So when we see activities like that or the remains of that, we obviously contact law enforcement, and they would be the head and probably investigation on that. Our law enforcement officers actually are really, really good at what they do. They're highly trained, and they actually work with our county officers and even in some cases state officers. Drownings is one instance where our officers are qualified to dive and things like that, to recover bodies and things like that.
Alright, well, I appreciate you taking your time out of your night to interview. Alright, thank you, Jared.